Hello and welcome to another episode of Knick of Time. I'm here. We're going to be talking all Knicks. We'll be talking a lot about the Knicks and also all NBA as well. Now let's do a weekly recap of this Knicks team. They lose Jalen Brunson to the sprained ankle. Terrible, awful. In that game, they lost 124 to 107 to the Magic. We'll talk about it later in the show how they just been tougher and been better defensively. Um, with the new addition Desmond Bain, they've been really getting him into the system more, and they look a little bit better. But yeah, the Knicks um, lose the Magic. They beat the Grizzlies at home. I don't know if we talked about that. They killed them at home. Big game from Brunson. Towns 20 and 13. They get everything there, and then you go into the game against the Magic, and you're on this winning streak, but it's a back to back against that Magic team, not Magic team. That's a great defensive team. If you're playing on a back to back, they're one of the teams I probably wouldn't want to play because of first of all their defensive intensity. They just kill you inside, and if you're dealing even with a team like I don't know with any team before, it's gonna be a little bit of a difficulty playing them in back to back situations. Now they do lose Paulo Banchero on that game to a groin injury, but they're fine. Franz Wagner's gonna step up for a week or two, and they're gonna be back in business. Um, the Knicks beat the Heat at home, 140-132, big time scoring game. Norman Powell 38. Carl Towns is 39. Landry Shamet. This is the Landry Shamet game. Let's get into it. Landry Shamet, great stuff. When the Knicks signed Landry Shamet, he's going to give us good defense. He's going to give us some 3-point shooting. Now this is more than I asked for, especially we need this with Jalen Brunson out. But yeah, pleasant surprise there. I mean, definitely surprise. Pleasant surprise. 36 points, 6 for 12 shooting from three, just knocking them down with regularity. And you get inside as well, just doing great stuff. And I think the game before that, even he was hitting his shots too. Yeah, 4 for 6. Hitting yeah. So Landry Shamit's been very good off the bench for the Knicks, and you expect that he's a veteran. He's gonna give you good defense, good 3-point shooting. A veteran, you're just gonna get what you want. You're gonna get what you get with veterans like that, and you know what you're gonna get. So you just get what you get. And sometimes, you're pleasantly surprising games like this. You don't expect this stuff. But 36 points, Garden chanting his name. I'm in the Garden chanting his name. Great, good for him. Great moment for him. Then you play the Heat in like a series kind of. You go one in New York, one in Miami. But in Miami, they win that game by 2. Knicks rally back, but I mean they have the running left hand layup from Deuce McBride, who I'm gonna be honest with you, he's just not a layup type of guy. He can't make any layups, so I don't understand why he's doing that in clutch time, going up with the left hand. It's not even his dominant hand, I don't think. So first of all, you can't make the layup with the right hand, so why go up with the left hand for the tie? Makes no sense. Carly Towns gets the board, he misses a layup and then kind of a layup, and then goes, gets the ball, fades away, great look, misses it, rattles out. Knicks lose. A heartbreaker. Jordan Clarkson, good player. Again, the Knicks, I think, different from last season. They bring in vets and they know what they're going to get from the veterans. You're pleasantly surprised when he has like 14 points on 53% for shooting from the field, and he's really impacting the game like that. You don't really expect that every night from Clarkson, but you're pleasantly surprised when it does happen, and you need it with Brunson now. He chipped in with 14. Shaman had an off game. Shot 11 shots. Only had 10 points. Mitchell Robinson. I mean, this guy's crazy. You know, uh, 11 rebounds. 5 of them offensive. Just a normal day at the office. for him in 18 minutes. Now, Gershon Yabusele just not playing anymore. I mean, I just think he just stinks the game of basketball. They just forget to play him. Mike Brown forgets to play him. I mean, it's fine by me. It's just 39 minutes for Mikal Bridges and Miles McBride is just, I mean, relax a little bit. But a good game, a good game, good hard tough game all around from both teams. It's just Miami got it going from three in the fourth quarter, and then I mean it was not like enough to like that wasn't the reason they won. I mean the reason they won was because that tough stop against Carl, against Cat. For full first name is insane, but against Cat. But they also won that game because of the flurry in that fourth quarter and the way they were just hitting every shot. And you know, great game. I mean, players just stepped up for them. Fontecchio hit four threes for them. Drew Smith hit three threes for them. Davion Mitchell 7 for 12. Um, Pelly Lawson hit two threes. So they had players step up, and Jaime Jaquez had a three as well. So they had players step up from long range, and that's what they need to do. They've been a great offensive team the whole entire season. Even when they did lose the Knicks, they were putting up one. They put up 132, which is still a lot of points, but they just cannot defend anything. So they lost 140 to 132. But they are a great defensive team. I mean, great offensive team, and Spoelstra's having that team hitting on all cylinders, and they're scary. That's a scary team, but they're a team to watch out right now because of the way they're operating offensively. And Khalil, where, yeah, this is he's a force. He's a force. He definitely is a force. Had a big block on Carl and Cat. I think with like, well, I mean they called the goaltend and he had a block. Had three blocks on the night, 16 and 14. Really getting inside, dominating the boards. Good job by him. Yeah, just Khalil Ware, he had a good season last season, but this is where he really turns it on in his second year. Um, hope that he turns it around. I mean, hope that he gets going because that'd be good for Miami. Not like I want Miami to win, but like good. It would be good for him to get going. Um, him next to Bam is nice to see. So yeah, we'll see with them. So yeah, that's the next recap for this week, and we'll get into everything else. Pistons, they continue to roll. Um, they are a very good team. Jalen Dern dominates. He just dominates. He's continuing to dominate, and I think it's real. I mean, I did try to make it like it was real in the first episode or one of the first episodes because like I wanted to believe in the hype. But there was a thing in my back of my mind. I was like, could this be just fake? But no, it's not. I mean, Jalen Duren's been really good, consistently the whole entire season, with double doubles every like game. It's insane. But they just when they have guys out, they just have guys to step back up. It's step up. I mean, it is a, hate to say it, it's a quality of a championship team. For Knicks fans, of course, and me. It's a quality of a championship team is that they can step up. I mean, Javante Green comes in and has 20. Dennis Jenkins has played amazingly. I mean, ever since he's been in the lineup, November 10th against Washington at 24 and 8 rebounds. Against Chicago at 18-12 assists. Against Philly had 19-8. Against Indiana had 26-8. So he's been very good ever since he's been given like rotational minutes because they have to give it to him with with Cade out and all those guys out. I mean, let's look at the injury report. Out Tobias Harris, out Cade, out Jaden Ivey. I mean, we knew that before. Amen Thompson out, Marcus Sasser. So they had guys out and they had a lot of guards out. So they needed somebody like Dennis Jenkins to step up. Breaking news: Giannis will probably be out for 2 weeks. So that's huge for the Eastern Conference. See if what Milwaukee can do. I mean, they've been decent at the start of the season, so we'll see. I mean, they really are dependent on Giannis, so we'll see how that really works and see how bad they can possibly be. They could be really bad. We'll see. I think we take Steph Curry for granted how good he is. Yeah, I think we take him for granted. He's single-handedly putting that Warriors team, not on his back, but he's still the guy there. And it's kind of crazy to say at his age, but he's still the guy. The longevity is there. He's 9-6 in the tough Western Conference, and they're going to be there because they have Steph Curry, Jimmy Butler, and guys. And Steph Curry's a great leader. He's averaging 27 points a game on 38% from 3, 11 three-point attempted. How many three-pointers made per game? No clue. I don't know. But he's 38% from 3, 27 for assists. So he's been great. And I think we take him for granted for his age and everything, but he's not slowing down. So I hope that everybody that's saying Steph Curry is going to slow down at some point, well, you're wrong. He's not going to slow down. And for now. I mean, there's definitely a point where he has to slow down, but whatever. We talked about Miami's offense, ridiculous. Let's talk about the New Orleans Pelicans. I know that's crazy, but Jeremiah Fears is a very good player. Let me guess. I think I should know this. Out of no, it's not Alabama. It can't be. No, I'm gonna go Michigan. Jeremiah Fears College. University of Oklahoma. I was wrong. Sorry. Out of the University of Oklahoma, a good player, and he's been he's only 19 years old, and he's been showing a lot of progression, and the Pelicans have needed that type of guard for a long time. They were starting CJ McCollum at point guard sometimes a few years ago, so they needed the point guard really badly, and they got themselves a very good point guard in Jeremiah Fears. So that's good for them. Trey Murphy, number one option. I mean, they aren't winning anything, but it's good to see him go. He could be a very good trade piece. Maybe, I don't know how much Pelicans fans are thinking about it. I think he could definitely be a movable piece if you want to get some good action for him, some good picks. But he could still develop. He could still give me the argument that he's still a developmental player, and you want him to develop on a team like this. Derek Queen has been decent. But yeah, they don't have a first round pick, I don't think, so that sucks. Clippers, they're old and they suck, but Harden is good. Harden's really good, and he's looking like his Rocket self again, and it's good to see the way that he kind of creates for that offense. I mean, they need somebody like him, to keep them afloat. Even like they're 4-10, but I don't think they would even win 4 games without him. He is what keeps that team afloat. They need better guys around him. Kawhi and Bradley Beal is out for a long time, I think. I think he might be out for the season, actually. I think he's out for the season, and Kawhi needs to come back. But yeah, besides that, John Collins been very good. But yeah, I mean, it's just been a lot of James Harden and hope and just hope and pray. Give Harden the ball and hope. Which basically rockets James Harden, but still, I mean, he's got a little bit up in age, and you don't want him to do all that. But yeah, Magic, they're bringing back their tough identity, and even like they're bringing it back without Paolo, but they'll bring Paolo back in, plug him in, and also Franz is he's an inside player. He really attacks the basket well. So yeah, and Lauri Markkanen is an all-star, and he's going to be an all-star player. And if he wasn't on the Utah Jazz, it would be. I mean, there would be a lot of. I mean, if Lauri wasn't playing in Utah, I mean, he'd be an all-star, and I mean, their team also does suck. So I mean, it is what it is. And also Utah has found their point guard in Keontae George. He's been really good this season, and very happy they found their kind of guard. But yeah, I mean, they stink, which is crazy. But Lauri Markkanen is putting up video game numbers. I mean, they won. Let's look. I mean, this is like LeBron stuff. This is like LeBron stuff. So earlier this season, he had 51 on October 27th, Then on 6 days ago he has 35. Then 4 days ago he's 40, 47 against Chicago. So this guy is a force right now. I know their team isn't that good. I mean, their team really it's not that. It's 5-8. I mean, it could be worse. Um, yeah, I mean they play the Lakers tonight. I think. Yeah, today's Tuesday. Play the Lakers tonight, and they go and play the Thunder. They play the Lakers again, and then the Warriors. So that's probably 4 losses. So they'll probably be like 4-12. I mean 5-12. So you know, probably won't be good from now on. But Lauri Markkanen's been an all-star, so he's a guy to watch out for. I mean, to look out for, see what he's doing on a nightly basis. Good guy to keep tabs on because he could be a guy that moves on the deadline. I think we talked about Trey Murphy, but another guy it could be Lauri Markkanen. To another team, a contending team, could be a piece that fills that role. But his trade is at an all-time high. Danny Ainge is licking his lips right now with the way Lauri Markkanen has been playing because he can get a lot of asses right now with the way Lauri's playing. Atlanta playing well without Trae Young, moving the ball well. Not saying that this is because Trae Young sucks. It's just they're moving the ball better. And also not saying that Trae Young's a ball. I'm just pointing out the facts that they're moving the ball better without him. Jalen Johnson and Onyeka Okongwu have been very good. Onyeka Okongwu is pulling that. He's pulling it, and he's shooting the ball. He's shooting the ball, and he's shooting it very well. From three, not a jumper, not a layup. He's usually shooting a three, and it's going in most of the time. 38% from three. 4 3-pointers attempted per game. The guy is a shooter, sniper, and very good to see that elite for him from the 3-point shot, just a leap in general. I mean, the guy is averaging 15 points a game, and he boards a very decent player on 30 minutes a game. So decent player. And then you have Jalen Johnson, 20 points a game, 6 assists, just great player. I mean, I think I talked. I mean, I didn't talk about him, but I was really thinking about him in fantasy basketball, in something this guy could be a pick because he's going to be very good. And I wasn't even expecting Trae Young to be out. I just expected this is a year that Jalen Johnson's going to take a leap because we all see the flashes of it. But I think this was the year that he was going to take off. And I mean, it had to be Trae Young get injured and then him take off. And I think he would have done it without it because he does a lot of stuff off the ball and on the ball, which makes him a very valuable player. So even with Trae Young or without Trae Young, so the Hawks have a guy in Jalen Johnson. They really do. They want him to be a center of attention for the future, or they want him to just be a guy that plays off of Trae Young or a guy that plays off of the guy or just a guy that plays off of another star. They want to be that guy, he'll be that guy. But they want him to be the star player. He'll be that, I think, as well. Not face a franchise. He'll be like a Lauri Markkanen type player, where he's just the best player on a team like that. Toronto, really good. Was really skeptical because they gave that money to mid, but the mid has been very good. And the starting five that I make fun of, quickly, what was it? Quickly, what's that starting five they paid a bunch of money to? Quickly, Barrett, Scotty, Barnes. What did I say? Okay, Quickly, Barrett, Ingram, Scotty, and Podol. So that five is very mid, but they're playing very well together. They mesh really well, and that was the kind of thought bringing them together, giving that Brandon Ingram contract, and trading for him. He's been a very good pickup for them. They picked not like a pickup for them that they made this offseason. They made it last trade deadline. He got hurt. They let him heal up, and now he's been off, and he's been very good. Just like that Pelicans, Brandon Ingram picked up right where he left off. He's been a very good player for them. Good to see him work, and that team is that they're fighting, and they have Toronto on their feet for that team. So great team to watch for now, and they're really in the driver's seat in the East for now. For now, they're 9-5. Anything can happen, but yeah, they look really good. So let's see in the next week if we talk again if they're 9-7 or even if they're 11-5. Now we're talking they're real or something like that. But who knows? Now, you can't really say they're real with 15 games in, but let's see who they play. We'll look at the calendar for them. Play the 76ers. They got team around their record and team in their conference. And then you play the Wizards and you play the Nets. So if they beat the 76ers, that could mean a lot to me, even especially in Wells Fargo. So a tough game. We'll see how they do. And that's going to do it for this episode of Knick of Time. Hopefully you guys had a great day. And hopefully you guys like this episode. Peace out. Have a nice day. And let's go Knicks. And subscribe.